Hi everybody, you're very welcome to our daily reset. We're going to focus on hip mobility today in this Happy Hips class. As always, we'll make sure to warm up and fire up the muscles around our trunk to protect our spine throughout all of the movements. So we'll start off with a little bit of an ab burn. Whenever you're ready, you can join me on your mat. You have hip width the size of 2 fists between your feet and your knees. Your shoe size roughly heels to glutes, and you can roll your back down onto the mat. Check in with your pelvis position. So imprint your spine onto the mat and then arch your back. Roll your lower back onto the mat and then arch. Really feel the difference between these two pelvic tilts and then find the center for neutral. You may slide a piece of paper underneath your lower back, but you wouldn't fit your hands under fully. It's a very subtle curve. Tailbone is heavy, feel that grounding. Lower ribs are heavy, helping to adjust your rib cage. Open up the front of your neck. Make sure that you're not flaring your ribs. And you can take your hands onto the rib cage. Inhale through your nose and open the ribs wide. Exhale through your mouth, draw the ribs together. Twice more. Whenever you're ready, hands by the sides, crawl your fingers to the end of the mat, drawing your armpits down the sides of your body, shoulders back, lengthening across your collarbones. Check in with that grounding, tailbone heavy, lower ribs heavy, gentle chin nod. Take a breath in. With your exhale, find your pelvic floor like you're holding in wind, like you're holding in P, but gently. Scoop your belly, tracing up along a neutral spine so you're not forcing your back into the mat, and knit your ribs in and down. Breathe in, open the ribs wide. Exhale, find your pelvic floor, scoop your belly up along your back and knit your ribs in and down. Inhale, open the ribs wide. Exhale, gentle with the pelvic floor, scoop the belly up along your spine and knit your ribs in and down. Breathe in to prepare. With your exhale, switch on your core and lift your right knee into tabletop. 90-degree angle behind the knee above your hip. Breathe in. With your exhale, scoop through the core, lift the left knee into tabletop. Squash your knees and ankles together. Make sure that your pelvis is steady. Clue into that neutral pelvis position. Exhale, you're going to reach your left leg at a diagonal. Think about the right leg being steady in space. Really go for a stretch. Can you maintain a neutral pelvis as you lower the leg a little towards the ground? So not all the way to the ground, maybe 3/4 of the way. Inhale to lift back to that diagonal, maybe in line with your toes. Exhale to lower, but only where you can maintain a neutral pelvis. And inhale to lift. Small move, but a lot of firing through the abs. Exhale and inhale. 8. Exhale and inhale. 7. Keep stretching the leg away from the hip. And inhale. 6. Exhale and inhale. 5. 4. Exhale and inhale. 3. 2 and 1. Stretch the leg the whole way up to the ceiling. A nice welcome stretch through the back of the leg. Blood flow down into the front of the hip. Reach through your toes, ankle, knee and hip. Keep the pelvis nice and steady. You're going to exhale just down to that diagonal and inhale to stretch while everything else is still. Think about what's not moving as well. So think about that tabletop leg. Exhale just to the diagonal and inhale to lift. We have 8. 7. 6. Keep stretching the leg. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Now when you're ready, you're going to exhale down to that diagonal. You're going to inhale to lower 3/4. Oh, way to the ground. Exhale to lift to the diagonal and inhale to stretch. Exhale, inhale, exhale and inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale and inhale. 5. 4. Really strengthening the hip flexors. 3. Exhale, inhale, warming up the abs. Exhale and inhale. 2. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale. 1. Hug this top knee in, relaxing the hip flexor. Stretch the opposite leg out. Reach as far as you can. Go for a stretch with the front of the hip. Reach through your toes, ankle, knee, and hip. Stretch the leg up to the ceiling. Come back to a tabletop position, and we're going to swap sides. Reach the right leg at a diagonal. Keep the left leg still in space. Reach through your toes, ankle, knee, and hip. Relax your shoulders. Lower ribs are heavy against the mat. Exhale 3/4 of the way to the floor. Inhale back to that diagonal. 8. 7. Keep reaching the leg. Keep thinking about stability through the spine. 6. Exhale and inhale. 5. Slow and controlled. Relax through the body. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Stretch that leg all the way up to the ceiling. Is everything else steady and stable? Lower ribs heavy, tailbone heavy, neutral pelvis, tabletop with the opposite leg. Exhale to that diagonal. Inhale, stretch through the back of the leg. 8. Strengthening the front of the hip and the abs. 7. Exhale and inhale. 6. Exhale and inhale. 5. Really draw the leg towards your face. Stretch the back of the leg. 4. Exhale and inhale. 3. Exhale and inhale. 2. Last one. Exhale and inhale. Now we're going to exhale down to the diagonal. Inhale 3/4 of the way to the floor. Really stretch the leg. Exhale back to the diagonal. Use the abs. Inhale, stretch the leg. 5. Connect the breathing to the muscle work. 4. 3. Feel the front of the hip work. Feel the abs work. You can always do less and build up the reps as the days go on. And inhale. 2. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. 1. Draw the knee in, relaxing and slackening around the front of that hip. Stretch the opposite leg out. Reach through your toes, ankle, knee, and hip. Bring the leg up to the ceiling, stretching the back of the leg. And then hug both knees in. Just rock your knees from side to side. Let your head out from side to side. Take a deep breath in and out. Let's get the abs burning a little bit more. Release your knees into tabletop. Clue into your pelvis and your spine. Switch on your abs to lower one leg at a time to the mat. Float your hands and stretch across the room. Exhale, switch on the core, pelvic floor, abs, ribs. Head, neck and shoulders lift into ab prep. Chest is forward, abs are switched on. Very gentle with the hands behind the head. Open the elbows wide, draw the armpits down the sides of the body. Exhale to rotate to the right elbow, keep both hips steady. Inhale to the center, chest is forward. Rotate to the left elbow and inhale. Exhale, look back at the elbow, inhale. How relaxed is your neck? Exhale and inhale. Keep weight in the feet and the pelvis. 5, twist further, stretch further, keeping both hips down. Twist and stretch further, keeping both hips down. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Scoop the belly, knit the ribs towards the hips. It brings you maybe a few centimeters forward and then release. Exhale and inhale. Make sure you don't push on the head. 8. 7. Feel how relaxed your neck can stay. 6. Use your core and release. 5. Use your core and release. 4. Scoop through the core. It's a neutral pelvis. 3. So you're not cramming your lower back into the mat. 2. Exhale and inhale. 1. You can do another 8 pulses there, slow pulses, or bring the hands to the front of the legs, relax the shoulders, scoop the belly, knit the ribs, slide the hands towards the knees, and then release. 8. 7. Keep the relaxation in the neck by using the core more. 6. 5, there's weight in the feet, weight in the pelvis. 4, 3, big toes are down, heels are down. 2, and 1, lower it down. The abs have fired up. Hands out wide by the sides. Your palms can face down or up, whatever you prefer. Shoulders back. We're going to open the feet out a little bit wider at a diagonal. And now increase the angle behind the knees, so you're bringing the feet further down the mat. Somewhere where you can still plant your toes down and push power into the feet. Scoop through the core, very gentle, knit the ribs together. So have that awareness through the alignment of your spine. Keep breathing through this. Every time you need to remind yourself of the core work, focus in on that exhale. Make sure you don't flare the rib cage. Press into the feet. You're going to lift your hips. We're going to internally rotate. It's okay if the feet move with this. Feel the stretch through our external hip rotators. Chest is open. Feet still have power in them to push the floor away. You're going to tap the tailbone and lift. Keep breathing. Now open the knees out. It's okay if the feet move with that. Tap the tailbone and lift. Knees turn in, internal rotation from the hips, tap the tailbone and lift. Make sure you're not flaring the ribs. Knees and feet move out, external rotation from the hips. Tap the tailbone and lift. You could move the feet closer or further apart, whatever suits your hip. External rotation, tap the tailbone. Lift and breathe. Internal rotation, tap the tailbone. Lift and breathe. External rotation, move the feet and the hips. Tap the tailbone and lift. Keep breathing. Internal rotation, stretch through the hips. Tap the tailbone and lift. External rotation, reach through the knees. Tap the tailbone and lift. Internal rotation, see if you can get the knees closer together. Tap the tailbone and lift. 5 more. External rotation, reach across the room. Tap the tailbone and lift. Open the chest. Internal rotation, our glutes are firing. Tap the tailbone and lift. 4 more. External rotation. Reach, feel the feet, tap the tailbone and lift. Internal rotation, long through the spine. Tap the tailbone and lift. 3 more. Open the knees out, keep breathing. Tap the tailbone and lift. Internally rotate, knees towards each other. Tap the tailbone and lift. 2 more rounds. Open the knees wide. Tap the tailbone and lift. Turn it in. Feel the movement through the ball and socket joint. Tap the tailbone and lift. 1 more each way. Externally rotate. Tap the tailbone and lift. Internally rotate. Reach strong and long through the spine. Tap the tailbone and lift. Come back towards a neutral position with the feet. Relax your spine down. Roll your back into the mat and hug the knees in. We feel how much our bum muscles have worked. Rock the knees from side to side. Let the head out from side to side. Take a deep breath in and out. Bring your hands behind your knees, or you can use the hands by the sides. And we're going to roll forward. So you can come to seated, whatever way suits you best. We're going to come through this seated position into a lunge. So let's start with the right foot forward. It's up to you how much space you give yourself here, how much of a stretch you want to start with in the hips. Just interlock the fingers in front or a prayer position in front, whatever suits you better. Curl the toes under behind so you have this feeling of being able to push power through the feet and relax the shoulders. You're going to exhale and press your weight forward, lengthening out that back leg and pushing through the heel, so get that extra stretch, power through the front foot. Inhale back to that lunge position. Exhale, we're going to straighten out the front leg, scoop the belly and hinge from the hips so you're not rounding. Hinge and use the abs as well. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to push that strength into this floating lunge. Inhale back to your starting position. Exhale, scoop through the core. Feel that core work as you straighten the front leg. And inhale back. We have 5. Exhale, push back and inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg and inhale for 4. 3, 2. Exhale, build that strength through the hips, build that length through the hamstrings. And inhale, last one. Exhale, press it forward, stretch through the head and back through the foot. Inhale, nice and slow with control. Exhale and inhale. You're going to lower that back foot down, lower the hands down and kick this leg back. Can you adjust so that the knee is underneath the hip with the supporting leg? You're going to bend the left elbow in and the right hand can stay nice and long here. You're stretching through the leg, through the toes, the ankle, the knee and the hip, and feel that line down through the front of the hip and into the ab work. Relax your shoulders, lengthen your neck. So we're going to inhale to bend the knee in and exhale to stretch out at a diagonal. Inhale and exhale. Can you push into the front of this supporting leg so we feel more balance through the body and all of those links waking up? Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knee down and it's floating. You're going to lift the knee up. You could just stick with that and then lower down. Otherwise, we're going to lift the leg up and straighten. Bend the knee and draw it back in. Now a bent knee goes up. You could just do that bent knee and come back as a modification. Otherwise, from that bent leg, we're going to straighten out. But scoop through the core and knit the ribs so you're not bending the back. Make sure you have stability. So we inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Move from the bent knee to the straight leg. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 5. Inhale, dog peeing on a bin, open it out. Bend the knee, draw it back in. Then you have your donkey kick and go for a straight. Bend the knee and draw it back in. 3 more. 2 more, nice and smooth with the breaths. Once more. Go for a stretch. Then draw that leg back in. Release the bottom elbow. Left foot comes forward. Find the distance that suits you for your lunge. Curl the back toes underneath, loads of power through the feet. You can have a prayer position or interlock the fingers in front and relax the shoulders. With your exhale, power through the feet. Push back through the back heel, strengthening and lengthening that back leg. Hinge forward, reach forward through the crown of the head and back through the foot. Then inhale back to your lunge. Exhale, balance and tune into the hips as we straighten out the front leg and hinge forward for a hamstring stretch. Inhale back. Exhale, back leg straightens. Inhale to your lunge. Exhale, front leg straightens. And inhale to your lunge. We have 5. 4. Long through the spine. Slow, controlled, long, deep breaths. 3. Exhale, back leg straightens. Keep all the toes down. Inhale to your lunge. Exhale, front leg straightens. Scoop through the core. Inhale back to your lunge. 2 more. Once more. From here, release the back foot, hands down onto the mat, release the left leg back behind you. We're going to bend the right elbow, keep that left arm nice and long. Relax the shoulders, stretch through your toes, ankle, knee and hip. Inhale to bend the knee, exhale to reach out at a diagonal. What you're watching for is that this doesn't happen. Scoop the belly, knit the ribs, lengthen the leg. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4. Every exhale you zip up through the center, knit your ribs together. 3, 2. Relax the shoulders, breathe deeply. And 1. Bend the knee. You're going to open the leg out to the side like a dog peeing on a bin and then stretch the leg out. That's optional. You could just do the bent knee. Then draw it back in. Then we're going to go for that donkey kick without flaring the rib cage. Scoop the belly, knit the ribs and go for that long leg if you're adding on. So nice and smooth with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, donkey kick and reach, or just donkey kick. 5, 4, stretch through the leg, stretch through the ankle. 3, check in with the rib cage, your spine is long, the neck is relaxed. 2, last one. Inhale and exhale. Press into the front of your supporting leg. Inhale and exhale. Back in, draw it down, release the arm. We're going to come down onto our fronts and prop ourselves up on the elbows. You could modify by lowering the forehead down onto your hands. Otherwise, you're on the elbows, shoulders back and down. So you want to make sure that your shoulders do not come up to your ears throughout the exercise. Get into the armpits, draw them down the sides of the body. We're going to open the legs out wide, reach through your toes, ankles, knees and hips, and then just gently bend the knees. It might be hard to get the feet down, but just allow the hip to go for that little stretch. You're externally rotating the hips, so rather than the knees coming in, you're trying to look out to the side. You just really feel that stretch from this position. So with a bent right knee, we're going to lift and lower and just be gentle on the knee and on the hip. So we're not going to feel a whole lot of burr in here, but again, it's for the mobility of your hips. Can you get into the ab work and lift higher from the ground? Exhale and inhale. We're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Second side, go for that bend in the knee. Lift it up and release. Relax the shoulders, get into the abs a bit more, so see the difference here. Use your ab work. 5, 4, keep stretching forwards and backwards. 3, long spine, strong core. 2, and 1. Now bring the toes together and knees further apart. Just see how that feels. It's as if the front of the pelvis wants to lift. Just get to that point, that area of bind, that little bit of elastic. Exhale and inhale. Just try to get the stretch through the top of the hip. 5, 4, get that movement. 3, all the way from the hips through the ankles, through the knees. 2, exhale and inhale. 1. Now lower the head down, relax the shoulders. Can you lift the knees and lower? 5, 4, 3, just a gentle hip movement. 2, exhale and inhale. 1. Lengthen the legs out, go for a stretch in both directions. Press yourself away from the floor. Go for that shell stretch. Take a deep breath in and out. Come all the way forward into a back extension. Take a breath in and out. Open up the front of the hips. We're repeating this class every day for a week, so feeling how everything opens up, how everything strengthens as the days go on. Thank you so much for joining me for this daily reset. I hope you feel great and enjoy feeling the benefits layer as you repeat the class throughout the week. Thanks so much everybody. I'll see you next week for a new class.